Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's time for that absolute cinema Prydwen tier list reaction here. We're going to be going through this, breaking this down real quick, 10, 12, 15 minutes, something like that. If you guys want to see my tier list, I have both a Chaos Manifestation, which characters are going to help you get through it easier, as well as highest potential save data tier list. I'm going to go check that out while we're waiting for season 2. Be my guest. The easiest thing for you to do is support the channel by checking out the link in the description below. You're going to get a free legendary champion as well as up to $200 worth of free goodies. And don't forget, up to 3 awesome epics as you level up inside of Raid. And be sure to use the code Desert Queen to get access to your new free legendary champion in the form of Tahana Rock. As always, this helps the channel out so much, guys, so be sure to check that description down in the link below and join me in Raid today. Now, let's talk about the tier list. They're going to have both Chaos Manifestation as well as seasonal save data here, and the change log is looking like they did add a couple of characters. They added a tier 1.5 in here. All right, they're doing it. Okay, I like this already. This should be like tier 0 is kind of like I have a few characters that like break the game in certain categories, and then everyone else has to be below them. So let's see what that's doing there as well. Unique card blocking is now at the forefront of optimal deck building and chaos related game modes. If you want the best odds of getting the card duplication you want, you'll be able to run into character deck building. 2 other characters, as many unique cards as possible. This is all gone. This is all gone, all gone. This will be all gone in season 2 as far as unique front loading and stuff. So let's see what they decided to do here. I'm not going to read through it with their thoughts individually about Narja specifically. So tier 0. Oh my God, they copied my tier list, brother, from weeks ago. These are like some of the busted characters I have that like can get you in there, basically. I think I have Veronica like down 1 technically, because my top tier 0 is like will automatically carry you basically on their own. You can put them with 2 of whoever you want. But yeah, Sereniel is busted. If you have her at E2, she's even more broken. You can probably pair any 2 characters you want with her and turn your brain off and just get through whatever Chaos Manifestation stage you want. Insane. Narja does everything. Heals you, sustains you. She's going to take up that healer role for you. She's going to do some damage for you. She can help you tenacity break in some circumstances based on what epiphanies you get. She's just a fantastic all-around character. You can put Nyx on her for card draw. You can put Alyssa on her for some just extra sustain and turn your brain off, healing after every battle that way as well. She's broken. Obviously, Veronica, best card drawer, damage dealer, all that little bit of a combo. In Chaos Manifestation, she's just insane there. I don't think she can like solo carry you with 2 random characters of your choice a lot of the times, but she is definitely one of the easiest ways to make your Chaos Manifestation runs like way more consistent. 0.5 Maylin. Listen, Maylin, I think she's a little hit or miss. I wouldn't put her this high. I'd move her down a little bit there, just based on the fact that she's like pretty inconsistent in some runs. Like if you don't get the right epiphanies, then you're kind of like, oh no, what does my Maylin do? If you don't get the move epiphany for strikes, you're feeling kind of bad. If you don't get like the Giga Dragon Kick epiphany, you're feeling kind of bad. She's not really super good with a bunch of random people a lot of the times, so you can get a little bit of some misruns on Maylin there. You can even get unlucky like her initiation upgrade card. You can get unlucky and just have 3 versions that no longer give passion weakness. And it's just like, whoa, okay, Maylin, right? So she's fine. I'd move her down a little bit there. Mika, fine, whatever. You know, I think Mika's more of a crutch a lot of the times nowadays for people who are playing like slower, not very tempo oriented, sort of like mishmash kind of whatever compositions. I've never actually really liked using Mika since I leveled up potentials on a lot of my characters, whether they're support DPSs or whatever. Once you start investing in the potentials, you get the stats, you have like some nice memory fragments and stuff, you actually start doing damage and your damage per turn goes up and you know how to play the game a little bit better. You start taking less damage. Mika just kind of sits there and is like, well, I don't really need to heal this much, right? I don't really need to heal this much. So I think she's a little bit of a crutch. Honestly, I think she's a little overrated. If you're a brand new player though, she's going to be amazing for you. If you're first getting through your first couple of Chaos Manifestations, she feels great. But once you have like potentials in your characters and builds and good stats and stuff, you're kind of like, I can kind of go with some of the more offensive controller characters. Same thing with Calliope. Like they have her like giga high. She's good. She's the best shielder Vanguard character in the game right now. Just shielding in general though, like isn't that great. And if we go back up here in the change log or the criteria or about the tier list, somewhere in here, they were talking about shielding not being that good. And then they, you know, in Chaos Manifestation, put her in tier 0.5. So you know what? Hey, you do what you want to do, Prydwen. I know everyone loves Calliope, right? You're going to lose every viewer if you say Calliope's not like the greatest thing of all time. She's fine. I don't think she's like giga awesome though, for sure. And then we have a bunch of just conglomerate all of this stuff together. Chizuru, I think, is a great character inside of Chaos Manifestation mode. They have the AP friendly tag here. It's really because of her initiation thing. Her downside of not being able to gain AP isn't as much of a big deal inside of Chaos runs when you're building save data and stuff, because you're not putting a team together with like 8 to 12 Divine Epiphanies that all give you AP or something, right? So that drawback isn't that big of a deal. I would move Haru down way lower. I don't know how Haru and Hugo are like the same over here. Like same thing with Rin. I think these characters are a little bit harder to use and build. I like Tressa where she's at. I think after the buffs, we'll have to revisit her. I think she'll be even better in Chaos Manifestation though. After her buffs, outside of Chaos Manifestation, I'm not sure yet. I think there will be a build for Tressa that will make her like super self-efficient and will be able to like take up a spot in your party, but you're never gonna like draw her cards without being able to replace her cards. You'll never feel bad with her cards in your hand because they'll probably have Divine Epiphany draw a card on them if you're building her correctly. Same thing with Beryl. I like Beryl in Chaos Manifestation. I think she's good here. Ray and Cassius, I would move up. I actually would swap Ray and Cassius with Mika. I know it sounds crazy, but like I said, once you have some offensive supporting characters in your party, you know what you're doing, you have the builds up there, you don't really need that much healing. Someone's gonna say, but you never did a 140 run or 130. Yeah, dude, it's really not that difficult. Stop taking Orlia and a bunch of garbage characters and telling me how great Mika is when you're bringing your Orlia Lucas Luke team, okay? Right? I don't care. All right. So Cassius, all of the morale down, some card draw, Joker, being able to just literally have a card that's like, all right, well, what's your job, Cassius? I will go find the best card of any character, whether it's neutral or their card you have unlocked or whatever, crazy Divine Epiphany, whatever. I'll go find it for one and I'll put it in your hand or out of your graveyard as well, and you can just spam it. That alone in Chaos Manifestation is amazing. His EP skill for 3 to 5 morale down, depending on how many Cassiuses you own, is insane. It's like, oh, you're gonna hit me for all my HP bar? No, you're not anymore. Sorry, dude. Same thing with Ray, being able to remove cards that you don't want to draw anymore for the battle with her exhaust card that's also drawing cards in healing you. Can support low aggressive characters that have 0 or 1s, right? How many different 2-cost cards are you using, right? Think of how many different 2-cost cards are in your setups, right? Maybe don't pair Ray with Haru or something, right? But there's not very many 2-cost spam need. Most of the characters are like 0s and 1s, and she can buff both of those. She can buff all void damage. She can draw you cards. She can exhaust cards so you stop drawing them in that battle. So when you get to the final boss, right, you're just like, oh, get rid of these. Don't have to see them anymore. Amazing character. Heals, does some sub damage as well, and then can give you an AP with her EP skill in a pinch. Magna, I would move her down. I just don't like shielding. I don't know why we're saying a shielder's tier 1 and then also being like, and I quote, shielding is not a popular choice. In this update, we're adjusting the whole category. Ranking everyone there down a tier. You thought Magna was tier 0.5? Now she's 1? Okay, sure, bud, whatever. Same thing with these ones, Kayron, Lucas, all of the, I think Renoa deserves to be a little bit higher. She can draw cards. She's a little bit more, less gimmicky. I put Renoa up here with Hugo and like move these 3 down. And then Orly, listen, drop her. I would take and run Nia over Orlia and have a better experience. It's done. There's several Orlia videos. Listen, I had cracked built Orlia and she's just dead weight in there. All right, just absolute dead weight. I don't disagree with any of these other things down here though, like whatever. But some of these up here is just like, bro, get with the times, man. Not everyone has like naked characters with no potential. She'd be like, I need to heal with my Mika. No, you don't, okay? Seasonal save data, DPS, agree. Well, Veronica, no, I'm not gonna hard agree with this, especially since they were stating seasonal save data had a lot to do with the different high-end, ranking leaderboard tier modes. I would move Veronica down by 1, but and replace it with Selena for that, since that's their own criteria. But hard agree on all of these. Cassius getting buffed absolutely needs to get nerfed, absolutely needs to get nerfed. Don't agree in the way that they're doing it. He needs to get nerfed. I said he needed to get nerfed before the game like officially even came out. There's like a 300,000 YouTube short video about how OP Cassius is going to be. on the channel here, showcasing just with absolutely no gear, the dumb stuff you could do with him. Here's why he needs to get nerfed. I'll end the conversation right now. He was so broken and his gimmick is so strong, right? His gimmick at the end of the day is taking the most efficient cards that you can play in a card game, which is free cards, and giving them an not exponential, I got maybe, but a progressively growing benefit for doing the most busted thing in the game, which is his 000 damage dealing reward. To paint the picture for you, if you were in the conversation with anyone trying to get like top on the leaderboard, what would happen is you would literally get into an infinite cycle that would break the infinite cycle, because your Cassius card would get so strong, it would either 2 or 1-shot the boss, which would make it respawn with a gauge that then Sereniel would break again with like 3 to 4 lasers to then make another quest reward that would then 1-shot the boss. And you would do that until, guess what? You stack so many morales that you could no longer break the boss with homing lasers from Sereniel before you killed the boss, because you had so many morale stacks, okay? So anyone you saw like 1.5, 1.6 million, right? That's what was going on there. That is why they said it's a design mistake. It is a design mistake, because he will scale exponentially with every single character that can put out 0 cards. There's going to be a way to break it. They accidentally did it in the last one by making the boss respawn and having Sereniel being able to generate 0s when she shield breaks, pull them out of the graveyard, pull them out of the deck, and keep Cassius going even longer and more damage than we had when they didn't realize that Tressa Mika Cassius was broken. The Sereniel Cassius thing was even more broken because they gave him an even better near infinite outlet. The only reason the infinity combo broke is because people got like thousands of morale stacks and a couple homing lasers were doing like 60,000 damage. Okay, so that's the end of that conversation there. Hugo needs to go down. He's fine, whatever. Luke is like, he's fine. He's cope tier. Move him down 1 though. Rin, sure, whatever. Haru should come up a little bit depending on Narja, whatever there, but okay. Beryl needs to go down, let's be honest here, by 1 at least. She doesn't have permanent card draw. Like, cool. Support DPS, I end my turn Beryl. Oh, cool. We got all the barrels on the leaderboards, man, for sure. And if there was a barrel on the first slot of the leaderboard, it's literally just to draw 3 cards a couple of times. Should have just been Veronica. They're memeing on you, okay? You just don't realize it yet. Mika is literally here just for the combo. When season 2 comes out, she's gonna fall right off. Narja, I think, has a potentially super broken build that no one has really put together yet, that I've seen it's very hard to put together. I'm trying to put together myself before I make a video on it, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So maybe this weekend or Monday or something, we'll have that out there for you guys. If I don't get it together, fine, whatever. Nia, I would have to put Nia maybe up. Nothing's as good as Cassius is, as far as doing everything, because he does all the stuff these other characters do, but oops, I accidentally did infinity damage myself. So he should really have his own tier. And then I would do like Narja and Nia and like Ray for sure. Dude, no one's using shielders in seasonal save data, so stop putting Calliope in tier 0.5 to appease the crowds, man. Like, dude, we got Hugo and Calliope, bro. It's not day 1 CZN anymore. Like, people, come on. All right, anyway. Chizuru, fine. Haru got a lot better with Narja, because you can make the anchor shot like 0 cost. If you want to do like a Haru Narja team, Haru Narja, probably like Calliope, kind of had to go experiment with that. But you can do some cool things with maybe like Haru Narja Nia as well. Can be pretty good there as well. Generate some cards, make sure you get through your stuff. And what you do is you utilize and build and sculpt your hand, so you have like a bunch of 0s right in your hand. There's only like one card that really has any cost in your hand at the end of the day, and it's Haru's anchor shot. And you use the when I consume veracity -1 cost or something, and you hit the Haru anchor shot 2 times and you make it 0, and you just keep retrieving it out of the yard for 0 and spamming it over and over and over. Props even get some vulnerability stacks on there somehow for your enemy and just smack it hard. Orlia, we're fucking coping. No. Magna, you know what? No. Tier 1, we need to come up with names for this. Mine's named because like tier 1 still seems pretty high. Like we're not like 1 tier off in power level, right? Between like Ray and Nia and Orlia. That's not like a tier difference. It's like there's a whole fucking gap between these characters. Same thing with Calliope and Magna. There's like a whole gap. If we're shifting Calliope down by 1, right? No tier, no one deserves tier 0 shielder. No one deserves tier 0.5 shielder, because the class as a whole is just kind of butts. So Calliope goes down 1, Magna goes down 1. Fucking someone's an Amir fanboy. I'm leveling Amir too. It's gonna be cool. She did get better, actually, a lot better with Narja. And so I'll actually say you can probably leave her in. No, fucking move her down. All right, move her. I want to say the metallization build is hilarious. With Narja, she did get better though, because Amir's main problem was like you had to spend a lot of AP to like generate shields. But now you have the 0 cost Narja card that will activate itself like 3 more times and gain shield, basically like 3 or 4 times for 0 mana, and just let you proc the Amir thing over and over and over, which is actually pretty cool. If you're an Amir fan and you didn't pick up Narja, wait for her banner to go away. Maybe if you're trying to save your limited currency and try to pick her up when she's on the normal banner, or if you're a big Amir fanboy, dude, get Narja. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Maribel did whatever it did. Oh, she's got shields. Cool, great, awesome. Lucas and Owen, fine. But that's gonna be my take on this right now for sure. Like I said, you want to check out the previous videos down there. Check out the description, helps me out a ton. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay tuned for the new content. We're doing cool stuff, I guess.